Steve, quick catch up because even though we've no shows, you've got a kid out over in Germany, and I believe you're going over there, a little away trip for yourself.
Well, I'm hoping to. I've had a few domestic problems at the moment, so if I can't go, I'll be there in spirit with him because you know, what an opportunity for Jack Cullen to fight for the WBC International on the back of coming off a loss to Zach Celli, which was probably one of the poorest, I wouldn't say performances, it wasn't right because he was trying, but it was a bad fight, and Jack Cullen's never in bad fights. You know, I'd say it's impossible for him to be a bad fight, but you know, fair play to Jack Celli. He realised that his only way to win was by spoiling, and he negated everything as Jack's, and he kind of stepped away from the jab, which was his opening tool, so there was no openings coming, and then he'd attack and then hold on and stop Jack from firing back. You know, probably one of the worst fights I've ever seen, and you know, for the British title fight, particularly with them two, I expected to be a good fight, but no, Zach Celli come with a boring game plan, and to be fair, you know, Cullen fell asleep as well as all the spectators, and it was a stinker. And you know, I'm looking here now at his record, 30 fights Jack's had, and I don't think he's been in a bad fight. So you know, after that fight, he said to me, Steve, I'm retiring. He said, it's an hard business this, I've had my ups and downs, I've always come back. He said, but you know, if I can't beat Zach Celli, I'm not going to go where I need to be, and I've achieved everything to the level I am. And I said, well look, you know, you've got to think of that performance, whether you know you're ready to go or not. I said, but you're going away for a week, we'll speak when we come back. And believe it or not, within that week we got this offer to go over to Germany to fight a very good kid in Luca Plantic, who's a WBC International Champion. He won at least 4 fights, believe it or not. So he was a top amateur. He's come back through, and I watched one fight with a kid I used to manage, which was Gerhard Aktivik, that he beat, who was a really good fighter, but you know, by then he'd got to the stage he was just picking up money and going around and learning top kids a few tricks. So you know, this kid is a good kid, but Jack's a good kid, and you look back at his record, and you know, this is an example to other fighters out there, never to give in, because he's never given before, and you know, he's come back from 4 other losses and gone on to win things, and he's had a great career, Jack, and been in some, in fact, exciting fights. I mean, the fight with Felix Cash,
yes, was
probably in the top 3 I've seen live. You know, and that's up there. You know, with a Cullen, the Moore and Macklin fight. You know what I mean? He was a barnstormer, him and Felix Cash, and you know, come back from that and fought for the European title, was winning that and then lost. You know what I mean? He can't help but being in good fights to take that Zach Celli stinker out of it, and I think this one's going to be a great fight, and you know, it's a fight he can win. And from him retiring for a week, you know, straight after that fight, he'll put him right back in the mix, and I wouldn't be surprised off the back of this if he gets a shot at a world title. So anybody who's watching and they're down in the dumps because they've had a loss, or you know, they're waiting for fights, and you know, we've got probably an interview with Mark Leach, we've been really struggling with him, but we've got a fight. Eventually something comes up for the lads, and you know, if you hang in there, you'll get an opportunity, and it's hard, and you know, I'm fighting like mad to get certain people fights. Look at Josh Warrington, you know what I mean, his biggest ticket seller in the country, always an exciting fight. 6 months since he last fought, we've not got an opponent or a date for him yet, you know, so people have got to realise, you know, there's very few fighters that have it easy. It's normally hard. Cullen's done it the hard way. He's done it from the small halls onto the TVs, done well on the TVs, a ticket seller, got beat, got dropped, come back, took a chance, won it, moved on, and I think it's in the stars now for Jack Cullen to go over to Germany, put a great performance in and turn over that Luca Plantic, because he's not known as a puncher, Jack, but everyone you speak to tells you that every shot of his is hurtful. So I think.
Well, they've got one common opponent. Do you remember on the Bolton show? He fought Thomas Benzana, Ben Volder.
All right.
And he stopped him in 3, and Luca Planta stopped him in 6.
Right.
So they've one little connection.
Yeah, well, listen, you can look into them things. It's going to mean nothing on Saturday night, are they? It's going to be like who turns up, and I think Jack's got it. I've seen the interview with you the other day. I've spoken to him a couple of times. He knows if there's another loss here, even though there would be opportunities for him, I don't think he'd have the spirit to do what he's doing now, and I'm really hopeful and expecting Jack Cullen great performance on Saturday night out in Germany. He's going to come home with a WBC International belt, and promoters that forget about him will be on the phone looking to give him another opportunity, and we can see out this career with a good ending. That's what we want.
His retirement lasted less than his holiday. As soon as he arrived back home, I believe he was on the phone to you, or you were on the phone to him, and he just said yes straight away.
Yeah, he was itching to go, and I think he's had a great camp, and doesn't matter that. I mean, I remember certain fighters that we've had bad camps with, and thinking of pulling them out of the fight, and they turned up at night and give the best performances. So
well, it's fair to say he didn't turn up against Jack Jelly. Not taking anything away from Jack Jelly, but that wasn't the Jack Cullen that we know.
No, he wasn't. And it'd been a shame. It'd been
a
shame for him to finish on that performance, wasn't
yeah.
it? Yeah. So really looking forward to it, and hopefully I can get out there. Yeah.
All right, nice one, Steve. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Mate.
Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.